Let us begin with the first language, English, 6th standard English medium. So unit 1 is dog finds his master. Your pre-reading activity is given. So let me tell you name of some pet animals. Some pet animals are like cat, dog, rabbit, and some domestic animals like cow, goat, sheep, etc. Okay. And second one is given as which animal can be tamed and used to do heavy work. So like ox, horse, as these animals can be tamed to do work for us human beings. And next is given which animal is known as man's best friend. Why? So, dog is known as man's best friend. Why? Because it is loyal to us. It takes care of human beings. Next, moving on, let us start the lesson. Foxes hunt alone, never in packs. As it is given here, foxes hunt alone means fox they hunt alone, they find their food alone, they don't go in packs means they don't go in group of 2 or 3. Once dogs too were their own masters and lived the way foxes did. So once means in the old times dog too were like foxes, they used to find their own food and lived alone, and they too were not in masses or groups. They lived in freedom until a dog was born who was not pleased with this way of life. So this was going on continue like foxes. Even dogs used to hunt alone their food, and they used to never be in groups unless a dog was born and was not pleased with this way of life. He did not like the way the other dogs lived. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than him. He was sick. He was bored of finding the food by himself, and he wanted someone else to feed him. So he was even frightened, afraid of those who were stronger than him. He was sick of that. He was bored of trying searching food for himself and getting afraid of animals who were stronger than him. He thought for a while and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth. He set out to find such a master. So one day he finally decided that he won't find his food alone. What he wanted to do was he wanted to become servant of someone who is stronger than him and remain loyal to him, so that he can get food from his master and he be loyal to him. So he started searching for a master. He walked and he met a kinsman of his. Means he started searching he was roaming here and there, and he met a kinsman. Kinsman means a relative of that dog. He met one of his relative, a big wolf who was as strong as himself. He was fierce. Who are you? Where are you going, friend? The wolf asked. So he met one of his relative, means the wolf, and the wolf asked him where the dog was going. I am looking for someone to take me up as a servant. Would you like to be my servant, wolf? The dog said. I am looking for someone to take me up as a servant. So dog said to the wolf that he was searching for a master, and the dog wanted to be someone's servant. So he asked the wolf, will you take me as your servant, or would you like to be my master? The dog asks the wolf. The wolf replies, why not? The wolf said, and this agreed upon. The two of them went on together. So they decided, both of the wolf and the dog decided that they will be master and servant. The wolf will be the master and the dog will be the servant. So they set out in the search of the food. They walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path into the bushes, and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was very much surprised. So they both started searching for food here and there, and suddenly the wolf lifted his nose. He raised his nose and smelt something and quickly ran off into the bushes and hid himself behind the bushes deeper and deeper so that he is invisible to something. The dog was very much surprised. So as dog thought that the wolf was very much stronger, he was surprised that wolf was even afraid of something. So he asked his master, "What comes over you, master?" He asked, "What has frightened you so much?" So the dogs asked his master, "Wolf master, what has happened? Why are you afraid of something?" "Can't you see?" replies the wolf. "Can't you see? There's a bear out there, and there's a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us," the wolf replied. So the dog got the answer that the bear was much stronger than the wolf. So the wolf says to the dog that bear might eat both of us, so let us hide. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with the bear. He left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, "Let us go and find herd of cows. I'll kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill." So the dog left the wolf and became the servant of the bear. So bear readily agreed to take dog as his servant. Both of them decided to go in search of the food. Then they began to go to find a herd of cows, means a group of cows, so that the bear can kill a cow and both of them can enjoy their food. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come to eat, they were stopped by terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly and running in panic in all directions. The bear looked from behind a tree and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. They walked on, means they started walking towards the herd of the cows, the group of the cows, but just then they were stopped. They were stopped by what? A terrible noise, a very dangerous noise. So, what the cows were mooing, they were making the sound and ran in panic in all the directions. So, the herd of cows started, the group of cows started running here and there. The bear looked from behind a tree and then he too ran hastily. Means the bear was even afraid that something had come and all the cows were running, and even the bear too hid himself behind a tree and deeper into the forest so that he was invisible to that particular stronger person or animal. Next, move on. "Now, why did I come here?" he said to the dog. "Is the lion who rules the forest in these parts." "The lion? Who's he?" So, here the bear is saying to the dog, "Oh my god, why did we come here? It's the area of the lion. The lion rules this forest." So, the dog asked the lion, "Who is he? Who is the lion? Don't you know he is the strongest beast on earth?" So the bear says to the dog that the lion is the strongest beast, the strongest animal on this earth. "Well then, I'll say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth." So knowing that, what does the dog does? He says goodbye to bear. He leaves the service of the bear and goes to be the servant of a lion, because he wanted to be the servant of the stronger beast or animal, or stronger than anyone on earth. The lion agreed to take dog into his service, and the dog stayed with him and served him for long time. So it happens so that the dogs becomes the servant of the lion, and they both lived together for a long time in the forest, where the food hunted by the lion was given to the dog, or dog would partake with the lion. It was a good life. He had nothing to complain about, because no one dared to touch the dog or offended him in any way, as it was a good life. Good life was going on. Nobody tried to say anything, or nor was dog afraid of anyone, as he was the servant of the king of the jungle, lion. But one day the two of them were walking side by side in the forest, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw. He then began to walk away very quietly. So suddenly what happens, one day when they were walking or roaming in the forest, suddenly the lion stopped. He stopped walking. He gave a great roar. He made a sound and struck the ground angrily. He hit the ground with his paw angrily. Then they began to walk away very quietly. Then slowly they began to walk. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. So what happened, master? Is something wrong? Why have you stopped? And why are you roaring? And why did you hit the ground angrily, and now you are walking very quietly? What has happened? The dog asked his master, the lion. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. We had better run from here, or we will be in trouble. So I smell a man. The lion says to the dog that he smell a man coming here. Let us run away from here, otherwise we will be in trouble. The lion says to the dog, oh well,